Welcome back to part 2 of Let's Play Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. This time around I'm going to be playing as Trini, based on one of the reasons being, what I was going to say in my last video before it ended. But, anyway, as I was saying before I had to end the video, I actually didn't find this out until several years later after this happened. The sad thing about the girl who played Trini is that she actually passed away back in 2001, like 8 days before the September 11th attack. Yeah, it actually wasn't until like probably 4 or 5 years ago I found out. But anyway, on a less serious note, as for the show itself, Trini was actually my least favorite character in the show, of the 6 Power Rangers. Tommy being my favorite. I never realized until really just recently that how coincidental that is. The fact that my favorite Ranger, was the Green Ranger, and my least favorite was the Yellow Ranger. And I say that because, I never really sunk in on me until like just recently how the colors that their uniforms are like the opposites of each other in the color spectrum. So I mean, I just always thought that was kind of never mind. Yeah, these barrels that you keep seeing rolling along, they're actually much more annoying than they are, a threat. Someone needs to tell Donkey Kong that this is the wrong game. Have you guys actually seen the Japanese show that this show is based on? As you would imagine, it's pretty different. Like the setup of it, I mean, it's like the same costumes and like generally the same villains, but at least the main villains anyway. I actually recently looked it up, like the first episode up on YouTube. We're about to find out who the boss is. Yeah, Gnarly Gnome. I vaguely remember the episode he was in. I think in the episode it's like he kidnapped, like, not necessarily kidnapped, but he was like the show's episode's version of the Pied Piper, I guess. It's like he would play his accordion, and basically would everybody who would hear it would lose their free will, I think. It's been years since I've seen the episode, so I'm not really sure what it's about. But anyway, like I was saying, basically just the costumes and the main villains are, from what I saw, are about the only similarities between the two shows. Like in the Japanese version, Rita and her minions are actually earthly in origin. Like, they like in that version they were in the little dumpster for like 170 million plus years, whereas of course in the American version they were only in there for like 10,000 years, and of course they were aliens. It's like and the 5 teenagers were actually members of like these 5 dinosaur tribes back then that were being kept in like hibernation or whatever and being protected by that show's version of Zordon, who I guess was like an immortal wizard too. Yeah, I mean, of course, though, you would expect it to be different, too. Yeah, starting with this level, for the next few levels, you've got a lot of platform jumping to do here and there. Basically, it's more or less just like what you see here. But yeah, I mean, I can't remember if I said this in the last video or not. But yeah, I kind of lost interest in Power Rangers back when I was 13. Yeah, that was when Power Rangers in Space ended. Which I mean, it's pretty. I really love how they ended Power Rangers in Space. Pretty sure a lot of people did that were fans of the show. If you were a fan of the show back then and you didn't see it, you know, you could find it on YouTube if you want. It's pretty cool how they did the villains. From what I understand, it was actually originally supposed to be the final episode of the series. I'll get on that eventually, don't worry. But anyway, like I was saying, I think it was supposed to be the last episode of the series, because from what I've heard, like the ratings for Power Rangers were dropping at that point, so they were planning on ending the series. So I mean, looking at how they ended Power Rangers in Space, you can kind of tell that's what they had in mind, like with what happened to all the villains and whatnot. But I think the plan actually backfired on them. Because from what I heard, it renewed interest in the series, and yeah, of course, the show's still going on today. I've got to admit, though, I mean, even though back then I lost interest in the show. I mean, every so often I'll still check out like the new seasons, see what they're about. Yeah, just to ease my curiosity. I mean, have you guys seen some of these villains these days? There you go. They don't play around. It's like this season, like the head villain is actually like a you want to set on this platform to fight Gnarly Gnome, by the way, because it makes it a lot easier. But anyway, like the villain in this season, it's like this computer virus who is he's already taken over the planet. And he's pretty much all but completely wiped out the human race, except for like one city. That's protected by a shield or whatever. It's like from I think like one of the previous episodes, he was they found out he was building like this doomsday weapon or whatever that was gonna like destroy the whole city and people in it. There you go. I mean, that's a far cry from Pudgy Pig. You know, yeah. It's pretty much Terminator style, and I guess I better end here. So see you guys next time.